start with an opening statement from you, and then we'll take some questions.
Thanks for having us. We're inching closer to the first game of the season on Thursday, and all of us are anxiously awaiting for this moment, so we're really glad to be here.
Okay, open up for questions.
Like short and sweet, that was very good. Mikal, what does Tom mean when he says in the difference between the first match and the second match that he liked the strong mentality that you showed against Marquette rather than what you guys might have shown against Wisconsin?
I think you could say that our Wisconsin game was out of character for us. We just kind of didn't come out and play our game, and so it was just really different. We couldn't find like our flow to the rhythm or anything like that. And so whenever the Marquette game came, Tom was like, I want you guys to go out there and show them that we're the tougher team. And I think we did just that. Like in the first 2 minutes, we already established that if we fall down, we're the first to get up, or we're going to win the ball from you, and just do everything that we can to do that. So, yeah.
How much is toughness going to be a characteristic that you guys will have to really rely on given the youth on the team?
So, I mean, any SEC school is real tough and gritty, but I think we take pride in being the toughest one in our conference, and I think every team knows that. And I think that just goes to show like how hard we're going to work, and no matter how young we are, we're going to be able to pick up the slack in other areas. And so we're just going to go out there and battle it out and just try to be the tougher component every time. So,
Coach, was there a big difference between the first exhibition and the second in your mind?
Yeah, I would say almost drastic. Michaela pretty much hit it on the head, but we didn't have an identity in the first game, you know, and obviously there were technical things that occurred in both, but we were just better in all phases the second game, and we after the first match in between we focused on a few areas, and for me that's the most important thing moving forward is just let's do better at these things no matter what, and they did, and you know it was clearly a better match for most of the individuals on the team and obviously collectively, so I was pleased. We just have to build on that. So
we've talked a little bit about two of your student athletes, but can you just touch on what you hope to receive from all three of them to hopefully make this year's team a success?
The biggest thing will be the leadership piece, you know. They all have an extensive amount of experience on the team at the high level, so that's for me the most important part, is connecting with all the players on the team. For me, the definition of a leader is being the extensions of the coaches on and off the field, and just constantly communicating both ways, not just amongst the team but also with the staff and vice versa. So creating a high standard and enforcing it for me. You know, if we do those things, if they do those things, you know, we got a puncher's chance of being good.
Carly, does that happen to open up to Southern Miss? You're from down around that area. Do you have much interaction with Southern Miss people at all, or any connections there at all?
I do. Actually, there's a few players on the team from my old club team that I used to play with, so really excited to play them and show them like how good we are.
I thought you were from New York.
Far from there.
If I could get the student athletes, if Michaela, could you say something about Courtney of what you think she's going to bring to the team this year? Courtney, if you could say something about Carly, and Carly, if you could say something about
Okay. One thing about Courtney is like no matter. Well, we call her Roby. So one thing about Roby is like no matter how our preparation goes, like she's always going to go out there and give us her all, and that's just how she's always been. And I expect nothing less from her. And I mean, she's the fastest one in our back line, and like no one's going to get past Roby. And like I have 100% faith in her, and just to kill the 1v1 defending. So yeah.
About Carly, like we've played together since we were freshmen. You know, we've started since we were freshmen, so I just have like 100%, like all my faith is in her. Like I trust her 100% on the field, and I trust her as a leader, and also like the calming voice that we need to hear when things get tough or things are getting too frantic. Carly's always there to calm everything down, and you know, like Carly, I don't think has ever had a bad game. So I just know that every single game, like she's gonna go out there and give her 100% effort, and like I believe in her every single time we step on the field. So
Thanks, Ray.
So you could say Roby was the fastest in the back line. I would say Michaela is the fastest that we have up top. Just like Roby, like she's gonna work hard. She's gonna give it her all every chance, and then I don't know, she's gonna score goals for us this season. I expect nothing less, and I think she's up for it. So Michaela's a hard worker.
Normally those questions evoke some tears at some point.
Short and sweet this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
No tears.
What kind of challenge will Southern Miss present y'all off the bat, Coach?
So we played them our first spring, and you know, we didn't really generate very many chances, and they had the better share of the game for like 75 minutes. So they're tactically very good. They're just you know, from what I remember and from what we expect, they're, you know, defend together. They're kind of in their own half, but they counter out real well. They have some players that can score, and they present definitely a different type of challenge that we're going to need to overcome from a tactical standpoint and a technical standpoint. So it's going to be a tough game.
Michaela, when you hear Carly say that the team is going to count on you to score goals, you're going to score goals, does the weight automatically go on your shoulders, or is that something that you expect for yourself as well?
It's something I expect for myself. I like to think that each year I've gotten better, and I plan to build on that this year. And so like last year I scored 9 goals, and so like this year it's like a personal goal of mine to like score more or have more opportunities. And so I think like not even is that like a selfish goal, but it's for the team, you know. And I mean, if I do better, the team does better, and it's just going to translate into us winning more games and having a better overall season. So.
Anything else? Good. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Hail State!